Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Dplus Kia and KT Rolster round up the first week of the spring season, and DK they're coming from the blue side with King on Aatrox, Lucid on Maokai, Showmaker on Syndra, aiming on Xayah and Kellen on Rakon. And for KT it is perfect on Cassante, Pioshik on Ivern, BDD on Tristana, Deft on Kalista, and Beryl on Renata. Almost 5 minutes into the game, we see Showmaker against BDD and Pioshik coming in for the gank. The Rook Caller connects, the brush is placed for some extra magical damage, and the health bar of Showmaker slowly but surely disappearing. First blood drawn by Pioshik. It will also be Pioshik collecting all the 6 Void Crumbs while we saw DK taking the first dragon of the game. The second one goes to KT. And after already 15 minutes, we see BDD tearing down the first turret of the game while Lucid off-screen secured the Herald. King answers back with the outer turret in the bot lane for DK. And now it is BDD knocking back Lucid with his buster shot, but here's the force of will of Showmaker. BDD flashes away, but here's the flash, twisted advance into the Bramble Smash, and then the unleashed power of Showmaker. But the kill will go to the Maokai. And this is the fight after 90 minutes for the third dragon of the game. Lucid is going in, trying to reach the pit. He's taking a heavy beating. Hostile takeover comes in, but Lucid, he's still alive, and instead it is Showmaker taking out Pioshik. No jungler for KT. And now it is Kingen going into the pit on the Aatrox. Def goes down, Barrels on the bailout, and this will be a triple kill for Showmaker. Lucid picks up the dragon, picks up BDD for another kill. The tier 1 in the mid lane goes down, and we're in to see Beryl getting bullied into the grey screen. And this is already Baronesh at the health bar is low. DK, they control the pit. Perfect is trying to get closer. Pioshik can't reach the pit in time. The Baron goes to DK, and now it is Kingen pulled over the wall by the Cassante of Perfect. Where we take a look at Lucid, he finds BDD on the backline. W into the Q knockback, and aiming picks up his first kill of the game. Beryl is doomed. Deft is in some heavy trouble, but he can make his way out of there. At least for the moment, he's now running the wrong direction. And in the end, it will be another kill for Showmaker. Roughly a minute later, it is DK tearing down the inner turret in the bot lane, and now their eyes on the base of KT. DK, they have a gold lead of 10,000 at the moment. We see 2 inhibitors crumbling, and now it's the Nexus turrets next. Perfect on the Cassante in the front line. His health was just melted down somehow. He can reach the fountain alive. BDD, he's pulled in by the Fate's Call, spit into the fountain as well before he went down. It is yet everybody alive, but 2 Nexus turrets are gone, and now the Nexus is exposed. DK, they're looking for 1 or 2 final kills they will find perfect. But then, game 1 is in the books. Game number 2, both teams are switching sides. KT, they're coming from the blue side now with Perfect on Udyr, Pioshik on Xin Zhao, BDD on Azir, Deft on Aphelios, and Beryl on Melio. And for DK it is Kingen on Rumble, Lucid on Vi, Showmaker goes in with Akali, and aiming and Kellen. They're on Lucian and Army. 3.5 minutes into the game, we see Kingen and Lucid going for Perfect, and this Udyr is as dead as a Spirit Walker can be, and we stick with the scene a little bit longer to see on the other side Pioshik is going for the gank. He finds aiming, he gets knocked up. Pioshik takes his first kill of the game, and they're just waiting for the next minion wave to also put Kellen into the grey screen. An Infernal Dragon is on the menu for DK, and here come Lucid and Kingen again. Perfect is having a hard time on his Udyr after 9.5 minutes. He goes down for the second time. The second dragon then is taken by KT, the first turret as well. 12.5 minutes into the game, we see Deft and Beryl against Kingen. Rumble flashes in onto the Melio, takes him out, and here's Showmaker with the TP coming in. Deft is getting low, but Kingen gets taken out before Deft falls. It's a 2-for-1 for the moment, but here's another. It is BDD and also Pioshik who makes it a 2-for-2 in the end. We skip another 3 minutes, already 15 minutes into the Perfect. Still not having a great time on the Rift as he gets bullied into the grey screen by Lucid and aiming. Pioshik secures the Herald, and for Perfect, it is getting even worse. Again, Lucid, but this time together with Kingen, they burn down the health bar of the Udyr. He goes down for the 4th time, and in the mid lane it is Shelly taking cruise control of by BDD, steering her into the mid lane tier 1, and this is not a deja vu. This is just sad. It is Perfect again. Lucid and Kingen just having no mercy for the top lane of KT. While the rest of the Rolsters tear down the tier 2 in the mid lane. DK, they secure themselves a dragon, and the outer turret turret in the bot lane, and here we see BDD using the phalanx to keep Lucid at bay. He dashes over the wall, tries to reach his safety, but here's Showmaker with a shuriken flip into the Hextech rocket bolt, taking him out. They tear down the tier 1 as well. And now it is Perfect and Pyoshi going for Kingen and try to take out the Rumble. The Equalizer's raining down and the TP of Showmaker's coming in, but the Rumble is just too strong. Showmaker comes in, picks up kill number 1, and then the Perfect execution for the double kill. DK, they secure themselves soul point, and we're in for the Baronesha. Here's the tidal wave on KT. They are forced out of the Dragon Pit, but there's still Pyoshi, and he secures the objective. And now they're going for Kingen. He goes into the stasis of the Seeker's arm guard, comes out of it, and his screen turns grey. And now KT, they're trying to go for the rest, but take a look at Lucid on the Vi. He goes in with a Q flash, but there's no follow-up because Perfect and the front line is zoning everybody. The Udyr that was having a nightmare of a game is now coming in clutch, and so DK. They are on the retreat. Callan on the bottom screen now chased down by BDD. It is 3 kills and the Baronesha for KT. And now they're going for the base. The inhib turret falls. But KT, they turn to go for the dragon a minute later. KT is about to burn it down. Lucid tries to reach a bit, but he will be too late. But instead, he's instantly going with the C-set assist for death. The Equalizer's raining down. Showmaker's jumping in as well, and the back line of KT just gets evaporated. Lucid goes down as well. Perfect does so on the sides of KT. Aiming finds the kill. It's a 3-for-2 for the moment as BDD finds the kill on Showmaker. But now take a look at Pyoshi on the Zenjao. He refuses to go down. Finds the kill on aiming. But in the end, Kingen proves to be the strongest on the Rumble. He scores an ace for DK eventually. And we're in for the next Baronesha. Aiming and Kelling are just zoning KT, and the Baron goes to DK. The inner turret in the top lane of the screen gets destroyed by Showmaker. Beryl and Deft, they bring down the dragon to even out the dragon counter. And BDD and Perfect, they try to hold the turret, but it is crumbling. And Perfect, he goes down, BDD flashes away. And the mid lane inner and out the turret are gone. And the base is cracked open officially. And after 37 minutes, after the inhib turret, the inhibitor itself in the mid lane will go down. DK, they're looking good, having an 8k gold lead as they obtain the Ocean Dragon Soul. And we're 41 minutes in as we see Pyoshi coming for the flank with a Crescent Guard. He finds aiming, and the ADC of DK gets evaporated. Deft takes the kill. And now they pick up the wave to break some structure on the base of DK as well. They will take the inhibitor, and now they turn to burn the purple worm, and with the Baron buff, they come through the bot lane. The inner turret falls, but here comes DK from the left side. Everybody's going in, but the phalanx of BDD knocks back Lucid and Showmaker. Kingen goes into the Zanya. Showmaker comes in, turns golden as well. Lucid is so low. Showmaker tries to take out BDD, but he will fail. He goes down before BDD does, and aiming is down as well on the sides of DK. And so KT, they have the red carpet rolled out for them to carry us towards a Game 3. And here we go, game number 3, DK, they're coming from the blue side with Kingen on Cassante, Lucid on Sejuani, Showmaker on Oriana, aiming on Zeri, and Callan goes in with the Yumi. And for KT, it is Perfect on Gnar, Pyoshi on Vi, BDD on Syndra, Deft on Lucian, and Beryl on Melio. 3 minutes into the game, this Lucid coming in for the gank on BDD. The Syndra's getting low, takes another hit, flashes over the wall, but it will buy some time for BDD, but it won't buy him salvation. Showmaker picks up the first kill of the game, and we hop into the top lane, and we see Perfect hopping in for his first kill of the game. It's a solo against the Cassante of Kingen. The Void Crumbs will be distributed. It is 2 for KT and 1 for DK. And 12 minutes into the game, we see the first dragon about to be brought down. Lucid is zoned by the Scatter of the Weak. Pyoshi takes the objective. But now Lucid, he's going for BDD, but he will be taken out. First kill for the KT mid laner. And after 17.5 minutes, it is the first turret broken in the top lane on the sides of DK. KT, they take the first turret gold, and they take the Herald. The second dragon goes to DK. And here we see Pyoshi steering Shelly into the tier 1. Lucid has to use his flash before he gets taken out. And then it is Perfect destroying another turret for KT off screen in the bot lane. DK, they will be answering back with the outer turret in the top lane after 23.5 minutes, but they will lose. They're in on the mid lane, while Pyoshi secures the next dragon for KT. 26 minutes into the game, we see both top laners trading blows. Showmaker TPs, it is perfect. Nars kinging into the wall, but he throws his apartment into the nothing. And then it will be the Orianna of Showmaker collecting kill number 2. And they will tear down the other turret as well. And just seconds later, there's Lucid walking into the trap, the cease and desist, the scatter of the week. He gets ignited by Deft as well. And then it will be the culling in the end that forces him back to his fountain. And we're 29 minutes into the game to see DK securing the next mountain dragon. And we speed run through the scene until they will eventually break this outer turret. And not even a minute later, it is aiming on the Zeri, going with the Spark Surge over the wall, going for BDD on the Syndra. He gets knocked back by the Scatter of the Week, but in come Lucid and Kingen. Aiming eventually finds the kill. The fight continues a bit, but with no more casualties, and so we go in. 2 minutes later for the Baron Nesher. Kingen on the Cassante effectively zoning everybody from KT, and so the Baron goes to DK. Kingen, he sacrifices himself for the Purple Worm. And KT, they want more. Deft, he's dashing in, and he will be immediately punished for it. He just gets evaporated for trying to be the frontliner here. But KT, they're not giving up. Pioshik on the Vi goes in with a cease and desist, but aiming, he answers back with a lightning crash barrel with a glance of the Melio. Secures the escape for Pioshik, and that is perfect with a double gnaw onto Showmaker, and aiming. He finds the kill on the Orianna, and now Lucid is left alone in the front line. But then it is aiming, stunned by the Scatter of the Week, and here comes the hop of perfect, and down goes the Zeri, down goes the Yumi. Also Lucid, it's an ace. KT, they turn this thing around. And we see them breaking the inner turret and the bot lane, but on the other side it is Kingen doing the same to the inner and the top lane. The game is still on razor's edge as we see KT breaking the last turret outside of the base. And then we go 38 minutes into the game. It is Pioshik with the flash Q into the season. This is the Scatter of the Week. Aiming is forced into the Guardian's Angel. He comes out of it, flashes into safety, but Lucid goes down. KT about to win this team fight. They find Kingen as well. The front lane of DK is gone, and now they turn in for the big prize, looking for the Nexus. Perfect in the front line under the Nexus turrets. He turns Mega Gnaw. Showmaker goes into the Zonia's perfect, getting low but still alive. The Nexus turrets are crumbling. And KT Rolster, they're just seconds away from turning this series around. They came back from trailing and now they go home with a victory.